All right, guys, welcome back to another Conspiracy Crypt. I'm the host with the most, TJ. Hope everything's going all right in your world. Yes, I am lazy and I'm recording from the bed because it's been a long time, and to be honest, I haven't been doing this YouTube channel. But I think some things are now boiling which really need to be discussed. Um, it's been a crazy time for crypto. It's been a crazy, crazy time, and if you're still holding on out there, then yeah, good on you. That's all I can say. I mean, I mostly am out. A lot of people are mostly out right now, sitting on the sidelines, seeing what the hell's going to happen with Iran and working out and reading between the lines of what they're actually doing. Okay. And I've got my own ideas of that, which I'm going to present to you in this video. But before we go any further, thank you very much for all my subscribers. We've got up to 875. Let's try and make it to 1,000. If you can get me to 1,000 subscribers, I'll make a promise to you. I promise I'll put out 3 videos a week with top content of coins which you need to know about, and not only coins that you need to know about, but you need to show you exactly what is going on in the crypto market. Now, I don't do chart analysis in the way other people do, so I'm going to be using a guy on this channel. I'm going to show you some of his stuff, and he's going to go and do the chart analysis for me to show you exactly what's happening and where we are. All right, so let's get into it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about today, let's just have a look at CoinMarketCap. I want to just look at where we are. So we're at Bitcoin 81,000, XRP $1.48, Solana $97. From all intents and purposes, and to the untrained eye, it looks like things are cooking along and we're doing okay. But if you actually drill down into the data, you can see. You can't see it very clearly here. As I said, I'm not an analyst, but what I have been doing is studying to make sure I get this right. We are either in the first or the second phases of the crash. We're about the middle of the bear market, in my estimation. Okay, I think Bitcoin's going to drop a hell of a lot lower. I think we're going to go a hell of a lot lower. We could be hitting 45s by when all this is through. Maybe lower than that. All right, so just hold on to your hats. But I think this is the bear market rally. This is the dead cat bounce. This is what we've been waiting for. But at the same time, by having a dead cat bounce now rather than later, actually at the bottom, then this is confirming to me that this is a weak, weak, weak rally. And that means lower prices, much, much lower prices than we've even thought. So this is not good news for Bitcoin, in my estimation. Now, what I wanted to bring you to your attention was this. So right now, Australia could scrap 50% crypto tax discount in biggest capital gains overhaul in years. So the Australian government is set to release its 2027 budget on Tuesday. It will reportedly scrap the 50% capital gains tax discount for Australian crypto investors who hold assets longer than 12 months. Right. Per reports, in full inflation index tax on real gains would replace it, that could double the effective tax rate on long-term holdings from around 23.5% to nearly 47% per the Australian Financial Review. The change would hit crypto, shares, and commercial property alike. Guys, this is them forcing you to sell. Okay? They want you out. I've been saying it ever since I started this channel. They want you gone. You are not a bank. You are not an institution. You should not be in crypto. They want you gone. And this is all part of the you will own nothing and be happy agenda. All right? Because they are hitting not only crypto, but also shares and commercial property. So these are the three wealth creating vehicles that you need if you want to become financially free. You need to have access to commercial property, crypto, and of course shares. And all of them are being hit by this. But most importantly, crypto in our world is being hit by this. So what does that mean? It means that if you're holding assets, you can sell them now and you're not going to get taxed as much. But if you wait and you sell them later, assets bought before May the 10th may get partial exemption. New rules take effect in July 2027. So by July, with a 1 year grace period for assets acquired after that date. So you can buy now, but if you do not sell, then you're going to get a 50% capital gains tax on your earnings, which is absolutely abhorrent and not fair in any world. But what it's saying to me is that's it. They are literally going to try and stop people owning crypto. But it's not just crypto. They want you out of owning a house. They want you out of owning assets, period. Because assets equal wealth, equal security, equal you're not under the government boo. That's what it's all about. Okay. So let's go back and discuss this. So right now, the US Senate committee is to consider the long-awaited Clarity Act. That's happening this week. And what this means is if this goes through, it would create a regulatory framework for crypto in the US. And it will end that attack that we saw with the SEC and Ripple and various other coins that the SEC went after. And it will actually make crypto legal in a lot of ways that it isn't right now. Right now, it's still the Wild West. There's still a lot of bad actors out there, and there's still a lot of craziness in the crypto market. But when this happens, there's only really two outcomes. One, it becomes as regulated as the stock market, therefore you can't make as much money on crypto as you used to. Two, it's going to cause a major bull run, which could be incredible. Okay, but I don't see that happening. I actually see this as a sell the news event. So I think it's actually going to be challenged by the banks. I think it's going to cause a lot of problems. I don't think the Clarity Act is going to be the big thing we all think it's going to be. I think it's going to cause a crash. And I also think what's happening in Iran right now is going to do that as well. The proposal rejected by the Iranians, rejected by Trump, sorry, by the Iranians, is going to spike oil again. We are going to see a massive spike in oil. But let me just find my good friend here, and I want to play you his channel. He's called the Doctor of Pump and Dump, and I've been watching him for quite some time. Now, as I said, I'm not an analyst. He is. All right. So have a watch of this. This is the Doctor of Pump and Dump, and he's going to explain exactly what's happening right now with Bitcoin.
That was what happened last time. We got rejection at 79,000, but it couldn't flip the signals back to bearish. I told you we needed to take out that 74, 75,000 area. We bounced off of that area. We could not do it. And now, again, take out 77, 78,000, and levels just under that for more signals to turn bearish. Again, listen carefully. My signals, which are correct, remain bullish. I have momentum warning signs. We have bearish divergences for warning signs. In order for those warning signs to play out, we got to flip the trending signals back to bearish. They remain bullish. I warned you when we got the higher low here that we were finding support at the support zone. We saw signals all begin to turn back to bullish. We were either going to get a lower high or a higher high. We got the higher high and tested 80,000, and now we're again pushing up into that resistance zone in the 80,000, the low 80,000 area. I've had warning signs. Maybe we'll get another warning sign here, but again, we're not moving above the May 6th high, at least not so far. We'll see if we try to overthrow the 200 or not. We're testing it yet again, getting a lower high at the moment. Had momentum warning signs, but they have not yet been confirmed. Again, here, we got to take out the 78,000 area to see confirmation.
Okay, so listen to what he's saying. So in order for the bull run to continue and us not be in a bear market, which, let's face it, we clearly are, we have to close above 78,000 continually. So we'd have to see a big weekly close, a daily close, and then a weekly close holding above 78,000 in order for him to actually consider that we're going to go higher, get to 80s, 79s, 80s, 84, 85s, those kind of levels. But even then, this is still just a dead cat bounce. That's what we're looking at. So potentially we'll go a little bit higher, and then all hell is going to break loose. So I wanted to actually pull this up. So here we go.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
Around nearly 2%, and now we're down about 0.25%. We'll see how we close by the end of the session. Do we get rejection here at the 200 period moving average? Do we establish a lower high? If we do, then you got a possible wave 2 that could be followed by a crash wave 3 if we're starting a move down. that we can go down towards this lower boundary, towards the cloud here, towards the 100 period moving average and the 50. So watch all these divergences. You can see the divergences all over the places. We've rallied into the 200 period moving average. We tested it previously on May 6th. Now we're testing it again here. This week, bearish divergence on the MACD, triple bearish divergence on some other indicators. Bitcoin hourly, we had that reversal on May 6th off just under the 200 period moving average, but we bounced. I told you we still may flirt with that 200. We did. We formed a little tiny divergence here. It may not be done. We still may try to take out this level, flirt with this 200 period a little bit more if the May 6th peak doesn't hold. To clear that level, hold above it, then as I said, that would be a sign of strength. Rejection at the 200 is a sign of weakness. But here's the 100, and I want to show you this because bear market rally, if we get rejection off the 200 period, that scenario is very, very possible. Watching, my original thesis was we would bottom out around this 49, 55,000 area and then go higher. Still possible. Bitcoin just gets the next leg down, as a marketplace catch-up, the stock marketplace catch-up. Again, we could see something like this, where this thing just goes on into October. We get a bigger bear market rally, it might drag on into 2027, as I've said, and that is my original thesis, and again, still very, very possible, but I'm open-minded. I don't want to be closed-minded. I want to be looking at possibilities. Oh, you're closed-minded. You don't believe we're in a bull. Oh, come on. In a bull market, we're in a confirmed bear market. Hello, reality check. You're in a
So he is of the same opinion as me. Okay, the oil prices will shock the market. We will see a stock market affect Bitcoin, and we will go down a hell of a lot further than we currently are. He's suggesting maybe even 68% from current levels, which would put Bitcoin incredibly low, and we should bottom about November or December this year. So listen to what I'm saying to you. It could potentially drag on until 2027 if this remains high and we kind of bimble around here for a bit. But by December this year, I pretty much think the bottom will be in. Okay, so that's what I've got to say to you. So this video, let's recap. Australia are about to absolutely decimate crypto holders and force them to sell to stop losing profit, basically. That's what Australia is doing. You can guarantee one thing. If Australia is going to do it, all other Western countries that are allied with the UK will be doing it. The UK will do it, Canada will do it, New Zealand will do it, South Africa will do it, you name it. If they have an invested interest in the Commonwealth, this is going to become law. So they are trying to rinse you to take as much money out of your crypto portfolio as possible, and they are trying to stop you from investing in crypto because they know what's coming. However, it's not coming for a while. So I believe that, not financial advice, nothing I say on this channel is financial advice, but if you're getting in, I'd be looking at November or December this year to be pulling the trigger if you want to get in. All right? Hold off for now. You're not going to catch a falling knife. This thing is not going to continue, in my opinion. We are not going to get a massive, massive rally up to let levels like 90,000. It just isn't going to happen. We are in a confirmed bear market. All right? Any rally in a bear market is just a liquidity drop. It's just a way for them to sell on top of you and get out. Michael Saylor is now currently looking at deleveraging and selling Bitcoin. If Michael Saylor is selling Bitcoin, what does that say to you? That's the biggest holder of Bitcoin in the world. If he starts selling, we are going to see massive, massive drops in the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. If you're holding altcoins right now, I mean, always hold a moon bag. Again, not financial advice, my personal advice. I do hold a moon bag, look at a moon bag, but the market is pretty scary at the moment, and it's not a good time to be getting in. It's a good time to be looking at how you can save your money so you can redeploy when this crash has finally happened. All right. So, big shout out to King of the Charts on X. His name is Roy Walker. Go check out his channel. Absolutely brilliant guy, brilliant analyst, and yeah, I really respect a lot of what he does. Do consider supporting my channel. Please subscribe. I will bring you some amazing content very, very soon. As I said, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will take this a lot more seriously and start posting some really, really good stuff. I've got tons of stuff on what's going on in the world in terms of conspiracies. Well, conspiracies are now pretty much fact, aren't they? So us conspiracy theorists have been proved right again and again and again and again. And if you want to know what's going on, if you want to know what the next steps are, if you want to protect yourself and your family, the best thing you can do is subscribe to Conspiracy Crypto, and I will be helping you every step of the way to gain not only financial security and get out of the rat race, but also to secure your future. Okay, hopefully everyone's good. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.